Am I back on? This is part 2. This is the east wall. This is my almond tree, also a stone fruit. It's like a peach. The shell that you pick off of it, or the husk, is, what would be the fruit on a peach or a nectarine. What? A video? My wife coming to bug. Let's see. Silver sand sage with, I think I have a yucca, a yucca in there. Let's see, what do I got? This is my nectarine, and it's struggling mightily. I don't know. Nectarines will only make it, 8 to 12 years in the yard. Especially, they have a lot of issues with roots and root binding because of how you get them in the nursery care. This one, I got Japanese beetles and peach borers. So, look at this damage. Oh yeah, I could do a whole video on bark borers. Look at that. So paint works. This paint works really good. You can see where a lot are coming out. That's actually the exit. By the time you see that, it's too late. Right? And some of these different borers, some of them they call buckshot borers, and man, as far as I'm concerned, they're all the same. They're all pretty much a beetle. They all get in the fruit. If you saw me throw that fruit lands on the ground with a borer in it, a borer larva, and it pupates. It goes into the soil and it can live there for 2 years. And it finds the soft root right at the base of the root in the stump, soft Cambrian layer. It brings itself up, burrows all through that inner soft green bark, that thin Cambrian layer. This thing's a small sea grub. And it gets up in here and it just destroys all that Cambrian layer. And then it crawls out. As it crawls out, so now it's a larva, right? Larva, then pupa. Crawls out as a pupa, and it usually sheds as it's doing it. It looks kind of weird, like this worm thing coming out. And it comes out as either a beetle or that black and red fruit fly. And then it goes around and it hardly eats. A lot of them can't eat. They go and they breed. That's it. Find me a mate. And they fly up and they search and search until they find their mate. They get impregnated. They come and they find fruit. Particularly exposed fruit, rotten fruit, whatever, this husks. And they bore in there. If you look closely, let's see if I can get you to see it. There's holes in this. And see that hole? There's several of them. And they go in these holes, or they bore in. And if I open this up, there's a little, he's probably dead and dried out. Anyway, the point is that they get this to die. They get a bunch to eat. They fall to the ground. They continue eating it, and then it gets them into the soil. Their whole job right now is to get into the soil. I throw them over here in the gravel, and they die. They can't get it. I got plastic and then gravel, and it gets really hot. So I've been throwing them over here, and then I come, hey cat, what are you doing? And then I come later and I pick them up, and I use those husks in my compost, and that kills anything else that's in there in the compost bin. And then I use it as either mold for compost. Let's see. So that's everything. That's the top tier. The second tier, those are desert willows. They're also nitrogen fixers. I let them grow. When I see them, I don't pull them. I just let them. This is my mama peach. She's been a good one. It was hard to get her growing in the early days. That's the original stump that was oddly growing up straight, and it died, and I chopped it, and a side thing sprouted out from the side, and I grew it, and that's the one that ended up growing straight, the one you see now. This is my plum, Santa Rosa plum. Usually it gives me some humdingers. These are a little, maybe this one's overripe. Oh God, it's so sweet, so juicy. It's small this year, but doggone it. I like that. I eat these for breakfast all the time. I come out here and I get mulberry. This is my New Mexico. Now they said these are a white mulberry. Oh look, locust. They say the white mulberries, these things get huge. There's no controlling them. I don't know if it's really a New Mexico mulberry, because when I look up the scientific stuff, I don't see anything about that. but locals all call that the New Mexico white mulberry. It has nothing to do with the fruit. It has to do with the bark, white or red. Just like dwarf has nothing to do with the size of the tree when you're talking about mulberries. It has to do with the size of the fruit. Pitched that over there for the... Oops. Went over the fence. Okay, so I went... You see the first two, that was kind of an afterthought. Slowly working that one up. But this tier, I got two what were garden beds became flower beds. My wife took them over when she got interested, and that's cool. Mulberry that I pollard and that grow like a retard every year. When I say retard, I mean stunted and not shooting straight up. This one, I do multi-stem, lop it at 5 feet, makes it a shrub type bush every year. And then I had, of course, what I originally did was 1, 2, 3, 4 trees. So I did the Bartlett pear, I did the peach, Bartlett pear, nectarine, plum. Then I added the 2 mulberry. Then I added the silk mimosa inside of a blue cedar, which I really need to prune. This blue cedar is as tall as I am now, or blue sage. It's taller than I am. So probably need to trim that a little bit. Silk mimosa, it's a nitrogen fixer. There's a lot of uses for it. If you come over, this is a weird thing. This, like flower, dang, that smells good. Man, that smells really good. This is supposed to be calming. This is supposed to be, natural Xanax. I need this in my life. Yeah, it smells good too. But yeah, it's a calming. The bark is used in tea, bark and flowers. You know, man. You go and dig that stuff up and they're going to give you 12 different good uses for it. I did my water feature here. I have a waterfall and a pond. The carpenters, or the contractors that were working on my wall, they poked a hole in it and ended up giving me a smaller pond. I want to make this twice as big. I want a 400-gallon waterfall. Comes out good. I don't have it on right now because it's kind of gives a loud din in the background. Of course, desert willows, they grow where they grow. Same there, desert willow. I just don't pull them. This is kind of my fig station. This is the ones that didn't make it. They got tomatoes in them because I have tomato seeds everywhere. And so I just fixed them in after I realized they were dead. But one made it. This is I unboxed this one. This is my Smith. No, this is my Black Madeira. Not a cutting, it's a graft. Let's see, so I think about 15 of the figs made it, and I lost 3. A lot of those were other cuttings and weird things. Like when I would get one in the mail, and it would be a double. Well, I'd pull it out, oh, there's 2 here. So I'd think, oh, I'm gonna save one, and I take one and I plant it. You know, the small one, I separate the roots and put it in the cup, and I should have left it the hell alone because it died. And sometimes the one I messed with died too. So what I'm burdened about these things are leave the damn roots alone when you're messing with these figs. See my tiger lilies? That's why I mentioned tiger lilies. My wife started putting in roses. So roses down here. Here's my other Austrian pine. This is my sitting area, my gas fire pit. I like to hang out here a lot, but it's messy right now because, like I said, it's been blazing hot, and I don't know. We've been really busy this year. The yard's not quite doing it. So there it is from the west up that side. We went across. We came down the other side. That's the backyard. I don't know what else is growing right now. I will probably do the next one on either some more wood chips, or I'm thinking because those peppers are going to be due, I'll probably just do a salsa or a hot sauce video next. So, all right, love y'all. Love, peace, and hair grease. Be good, or be good at it.